write 7/8 as a decimal fraction. That's not just decimal comma fraction, that's just decimal fraction and a percent. So in other words, we're going to change that 7/8 into a decimal and make a percent from it also. So let's take a look and see where this is going to come from, how it's going to work for us, all right? So we are at 7/8, and what we're going to do is we're going to divide. That's what it says, 7 divided by 8. So we're going to write a division on that. We're going to work a division on that today. This is for getting some of our folks ready for those TN Ready tests coming up there. How do you do some of these things? This is one of those great skills standards in the Common Core. And we've got 7/8 again, and we're going to say 8 into 7. It won't go, all right? So what we've got to do, we've got to bring a decimal, and we'll start adding some zeros until we get satisfaction, all right, folks? Let's see what happens. Either the thing terminates, ends up, or we might see a repeating pattern. Let's see what happens on this case, all right? We've got now 8 divided into 70. Now that's going to take us out, looks like about 8 times. If I go to 9, too far. So we're going to go with 8. Now, where do you put the 8, Ernie, you may ask? We're going to put it right above that 0. Remember, it didn't go into 7, so it's going to go into 70. So we've got to put it right up there. Thus starts our number. That starts our number. So we're going to take 8 times 8, which is 64. We are going to subtract that value, and it's going to leave us with 6. And this is good news in some respects, because it says, well, now we're going to say 8 goes into 6. It doesn't go. And that means we did the right multiplication earlier here. But we are going to put another 0 and bring it straight down. I'm going to bring it straight down to join up with the 6. So now we're going to say 8 goes into 60, and it goes in there about 7 times. Why do I know that? Because, well, 8 times 8 gave me 64. So 7 times 8 is going to give me something less than 60, all right? And that is, by the way, going to give us 56 there. And now we're ready to subtract one more time, all right? We've got a 4. You keep thinking, Ernie, will this thing ever end? I think it will. Looks like we're going to have a 0 to bring down one more here. And we're going to put that 0 with the 40, and I see the light at the end of the tunnel, folks. And it's not a freight train either. It is 8 going into 40, and it goes 5 times. And again, all this is about multiplication. We'll take that 5 times 8, and we will pick up 40. Right there we go. There's your decimal fraction. Oops, where's the decimal? Where's the decimal? We're going to put it right in front of the 8, all right? So there's your decimal fraction, all right? 0.875, better known as 875 thousandths with a th on the end of it. Thousandths with a th, all right? Ooh, it's hard to say, and sometimes you sound like you're getting a lot of breath out of that. Now, the second part of the question, that is our decimal fraction, all right? Life is good. Next part we've got is, let's change this decimal to a percent. That is not extremely difficult, all right? So in other words, we got our decimal here in front of the 8. We move it 2 places, because that's basically what happens when you multiply by 100, all right? And that's how you deal with it. You move the decimal 2 places to make it to a percent, and that is going to give us 87 5/10, 87 1/2, or some of you like to call it 87.5%. And there you have it. There we go, and there we go. Our 2 pieces of the answer. Easy, easy, easy to do. Just be careful on your divisions, and make sure you start in the right place, all right? Make sure that decimal is able to pop up where it belongs, and you start that number right there. Works out beautifully. Works out beautifully.
For more math help, visit TNLearn.org.